Athletes from Belarus began their Olympic participation at the 1952 Summer Games in Helsinki, Finland as part of the Soviet Union. After the Soviet Union disbanded in 1991, Belarus, along with 4 of the other 14 former Soviet republics, competed in the 1992 Winter Olympics as the Unified Team. Later in 1992, 11 republics joined Belarus to compete as the Unified Team at the Summer Games in Barcelona, Spain. 2 years later, Belarus competed for the first time as an independent nation in the 1994 Winter Olympics, held in Lillehammer, Norway. Since 1994, Belarus has won medals at each Winter and Summer Olympics it has participated in. From 1952 until the 2014 Olympic Games in Sochi, Russia, Belarusian athletes won 240 medals either as part of the Soviet Union or as independent Belarus. Medal tables. List of medalists. Summer Olympics, Winter Olympics, Soviet Union. Athletes from the Soviet Union began participating in the Olympic Games in 1952, winning 194 total medals in the Winter Games and 10 at the Summer Games for a total of 1204 medals. Of those medals, 473 were gold, 376 were silver and 355 were bronze. The Belarusian collection of medals began with Mikhail Krivonosov winning silver in the hammer throw at the 1956 Summer Olympics in Melbourne, Australia. The Soviet Republic's first gold medal was won by Leonid Gashtor and Sergei Makarenko in the 1,000 meters pairs canoe event during the 1960 Summer Games in Rome, Italy. The Soviet Union first competed in the Winter Olympics in 1964, located in Innsbruck. In 1988, the Soviet Union competed for the last time as a unified country. Unified Team. Gymnast Vitaly Sherbo won 6 gold medals at the 1992 Summer Olympics in Barcelona. Summer Olympic Games. 1996 Atlanta. In Belarus's first independent appearance at the Summer Olympics, the delegation took home 15 medals, 1 gold, 6 silver and 8 bronze. The first Belarusian gold medal was won by Katerina Karsten in the women's single sculls rowing event. The silver medals were won in athletics, shooting, and wrestling. The bronze medals were won in artistic gymnastics, athletics, rowing and Greco-Roman wrestling. The country sent 159 athletes to compete in 21 disciplines. 2000 Sydney. The Belarusian government, using public funds and sponsorships, spent $5 million to prepare the athletes for the 2000 Olympics. Minister of Sports and Tourism Yevgeny Vorsin predicted that Belarus would win 4 gold medals during the Games. Belarus finished with 3 gold, 3 silver and 11 bronze medals. Karsten successfully defended her championship in the single sculls, with the other 2 gold medals won by Yanina Karolchik and Elena Zvereva in the shot put and discus throw events, respectively. The Belarusian women took silver in both individual and team rhythmic gymnastics, with a 3rd silver medal coming in the men's 50 meters pistol event. Bronze medals were won in hammer throwing, shooting, Greco-Roman wrestling, pentathlon, weightlifting, judo, heptathlon and discus throwing. One athlete from Belarus, Vadim Deviatovsky, was banned from Olympic competition due to testing positive for the substance nandrolone. 2004 Athens. Belarus used leftover funds from the Sydney Games to prepare athletes to compete in the 2004 Olympics. Belarus sent to Athens 153 athletes competing in 21 disciplines. Those athletes won 15 medals, 2 golds, 6 silvers, and 9 bronzes. The gold medals were won in the 100-meter dash and in judo. The silver medals were won in weightlifting, boxing, rowing and the hammer throw. The bronzes were won in shooting, the discus throw, weightlifting, cycling, rowing, wrestling and canoe, kayak. Ivan Sikan originally won the bronze in the hammer throw, but his medal was upgraded to silver after Adrian Anis of Hungary was stripped of his gold medal due to doping. Yulia Nesumsharenko, who wasn't expected to do well in the 100-meter dash, took home the gold in the event. She was clocked at 10.93 seconds, beating the second-place American by 0.03 seconds. Wrestler Alexander Medved was tasked to carry the national flag during the opening ceremony. 2008 Beijing 181 athletes from Belarus competed in 28 events at the Beijing Olympics. Before the Olympics started, the National Olympic Committee of Belarus announced that medal winners would be awarded cash prizes, valued in United States dollars, from the committee and the sponsors. Another sponsor, Belarus, offered gold medal winners free sausage for life. The women's basketball team would be given free sausage regardless of what medal they won. The team captain was Ivan Sikan, and fencer Alexander Romankov carried the national flag during the opening ceremonies. Overall, Belarus took home 19 medals, with 4 medals being gold, placing 16th in the medal standings, 13th in the total medal count. At a ceremony bestowing state decorations on the Olympic champions, President Lukashenko said his country had performed better in Beijing than they did in Athens, but he still called the Games a missed opportunity for winning less gold medals than he personally had expected. However, on September 21, the IOC has asked Vadim Deviatosky and Ivan Sikan to provide the body information on why they tested positive for abnormal traces of testosterone after the completion of the hammer throw final on August 17. If found guilty, the pair will be stripped of the respective medals and Deviatosky will face a lifetime ban for a second doping offense. The IOC found them guilty on December 11 and officially stripped them of the medals. The 10th of June 2010, the Court of Arbitration for Sport has upheld the appeals filed by the two Belarusian hammer throwers, Vadim Deviatosky and Ivan Sikan, against the decision of the Disciplinary Commission of the International Olympic Committee of the 11th of December 2008. Consequently, the silver and bronze medals won at the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing are to be returned to Vadim Deviatosky and Ivan Sikan respectively. In 2012, IAAF retested doping samples from the 2005 World Athletics Championships, and shot putter Andrei Mignovich was found positive for 3 anabolic steroids, clenbuterol, methandienone and oxandrolone. In August 2014, IOC disqualified his results from the 2008 Summer Olympics and allocated the bronze medal. 2012 London, Belarus won 2 gold medals at the 2012 Games in London, the first being for Sergei Martinov in the men's 50 meters rifle prone shooting. Mixed doubles tennis players Max Mirny and Victoria Azarenka won the other gold, with Azarenka also winning a bronze in the women's singles. Winter Olympic Games 1994 Lillehammer. This was the first Olympic Games in which an independent Belarus participated. Before competing as an independent state, Belarusian athletes won 4 medals as part of the USSR and CIS squads from Olympic Games spanning 1964 to 1992. Belarus sent 33 athletes to compete in 7 disciplines. Silver medals were won by Igor Zhelzovsky in the 1,000 meters speed skating and Svetlana Paramagina in the biathlon. Out of the 67 nations that competed, Belarus ranked 15th in the medal totals. According to the NOCRB, competing in the Lillehammer Olympics is a historic event for Belarus and opened a new page in the history of Belarusian sport. 1998 Nagano, Belarus sent a delegation of 59 athletes to compete in 9 disciplines. Belarus medaled twice, both times with bronze. The medals were earned by Dmitry Dashchinsky in aerials and Alexei Adrov in the biathlon. Belarus qualified for the second round of the hockey tournament, but lost its group matches and was eliminated by Russia in the quarterfinals, finishing 7th overall. In a speech by President Alexander Lukashenko in 2002, he reflected on the achievements of athletes in the Nagano Games. While watching the events, he stated that the Belarusian athletes competed with dignity and brought glory to Belarus. 2002 Salt Lake City, Belarus competed in 9 disciplines, just like at the 1998 Winter Olympics. Belarus' single medal was a bronze one by Alexei Grishin. The men's ice hockey team drew international attention for its upset of top-seeded Sweden and subsequent 4th-place finish. However, hockey team member Vasily Pankov, along with Belarusian team Dr. Evgeny Lositsky, were removed from the Olympic Games due to positive doping results. Lositsky was barred from coming to the 2004 and 2006 Olympic Games for giving Pankov medication that included nandrolone. Another Belarusian athlete was given a strong warning by the IOC for missing a doping test and admonished the NOCRB for helping her miss the test. 2006 Turin, sending 33 athletes. Belarus competed in 8 disciplines. Dmitry Dashchinsky took home the only medal, a silver in the aerials. Dashchinsky had earned a bronze medal at the 1998 Nagano Games. The result was upsetting to Alexander Lukashenko, president of Belarus and head of the National Olympic Committee. He told members of the NOCRB that the coaches were to blame for the poor showing and that Belarus needed victories so they could feel pride as a nation. He also told the assembled members that if there are any more poor showings, he will fire the members. 2010 Vancouver, Belarus won 3 medals. Alexei Grishin took the nation's only gold in freestyle skiing, men's aerials. Sergei Novikov took silver in the men's 20 km individual biathlon, while Darya Domracheva took bronze in the women's 15 km individual biathlon. The men's hockey team was eliminated in the first round of playoffs. 2014 Sochi, Belarus ranked 8th, its highest at any Olympic Games, after winning 5 golds and a bronze. Biathlete Darya Domracheva won 3 golds in the women's pursuit, individual and mass start events. Nadzeja Skardina won the bronze in the individual. In freestyle skiing, Alla Super and Anton Kushner won golds in the respective women's and men's aerial events. Flag bearers. National Olympic Committee. In 1991, an order was issued to create the National Olympic Committee of the Republic of Belarus, and it was not until 1993 before the NOCRB became a full member of the International Olympic Committee. Also in 1993, Vladimir Ryzhenkov, who was at the time the Belarus Minister for Sport and Tourism, was elected to the post of President of the NOCRB. In May 1997, a year after the death of Ryzhenkov, President of Belarus Alexander Lukashenko was elected to the post, which he still holds today. Lukashenko is the first known example of a head of state to also lead a National Olympic Committee at the same time. Funding for the NOCRB comes from marketing of goods with the Olympic logo, donations from the private sector, sponsorships $50,000 from the national government. As head of state, President Lukashenko issued decrees awarding prizes to those who bring home medals, use state funds to prepare for athletes and pay the coaches of the athletes. In 2004, President Lukashenko issued a decree awarding those who win medals in the 2004 and 2006 Olympic Games the following tax-free monetary awards: $60,000 for gold, $30,000 for silver and $20,000 for bronze. For the 2008 and 2010 Games, the following tax-free prizes will be awarded to medal winners and their coaches: $100,000 for gold, $50,000 for silver and $30,000 for bronze.